In this discussion, we're going to show you how to integrate an existing Rollbar project with Sprintly. But before we begin, let's make sure we touch on a couple of things that we're going to be assuming before we get started. Namely, that you have an existing Rollbar project that has actually been receiving errors, and number two, that you have an active account in Sprintly that's been integrated with Rollbar. So if we jump over here, we see we have an existing Rollbar project. What we're going to do, the first thing we're going to do is add a notification for this Rollbar project for Sprintly. I'm going to click on settings and I'm going to actually click on the particular project that I'm interested in. On the left hand side under where it says integrations, I'm going to go ahead and select notifications. And then on the right hand side over here, I'm going to go ahead and select Sprintly. So I'm also going to bring up a login to Sprintly so I can show you something specifically here. So we go back over here and you notice choose credentials. If you're doing this for the first time, you're not going to see that. So it's going to ask you to link your account with Sprintly. So you're going to enter the email address that's tied to your Sprintly account and the API key. So we go back over here to Sprintly. If you click on your name and click on profile, you can see that this is your API key. This is what you're going to want to put in that field. Those two things will allow you to link your Sprintly account to your Rollbar account. So we go back over here, we're going to click enable, and we're going to pick our credentials, and we're going to click enable. And then I can go ahead and test a notification if I want to do that. I've created a certain product in Sprintly, so this is what we're going to see when we go ahead and generate recurrence or see an item. But I wanted to scroll down here and point out a couple of things about our rules. Now these are our default out-of-the-box rules, but this would be the same for all of our notifications, whether it's Jira, Slack, webhook, etc. So let's go ahead and edit a particular rule. And if you notice here, this is basically saying any item that's been reactivated, reopen the Sprintly item. And this is looking for any error that has a level of error or greater. I might want to change that. So maybe I'm only interested in critical, okay? I'm going to actually change mine to info because I have errors that are lower in severity than that. And maybe I'm only interested in production environment. Maybe I want to add context or a method or a particular file name. The point here is you can be as granular as you want with the rules, which makes it really flexible. That way you're not bombarding Sprintly every time you get a reactivated item in Rollbar. You can have it generate an item in Sprintly specifically based on the criteria that you need. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. So now if we click on items here, and let's click on this particular exception, and you see here now it says create Sprintly item. This is because we've added the integration. So I'm going to click on that. And now it says, do I want to look at the item in Sprintly, which I do. And we can see here, these were all the error. This is the exception, this is the stack trace, and this is the link back to the actual item in Rollbar. So if I wanted to do that, I could certainly do that. And then I have the ability to link this to a different Sprintly item if I wanted to, or I can unlink it from this current Sprintly item if I wanted to. So you might ask, what are the benefits of doing this? Well, I can actually manage all of my items in Sprintly right from Rollbar. I don't even have to log into Sprintly once I have this integration set up. So it allows you to increase your speed and your velocity and get things done much faster. Hopefully you found this video useful and helpful. Feel free to reach out to us if you have additional questions.